What if I told you that providing value and niching down is probably the worst advice you've ever heard as a video editor? Now, I've been editing for about 3 years. Before there were even many editing coaches, all we really had was Premiere Pro tutorial, so I had to do everything by myself. And the one thing that I can definitely for sure say is that this wishy-washy advice of, providing value and niching down is the worst advice you could ever get when it comes to wanting to land clients. You see, you're watching this because you're struggling to land clients. You have a problem with landing clients. Okay, there's something stopping you from going from A to B, right? B being the place where you have a client, you're working with them, you're making money from editing. If you're not going from A to B, then why do things such as, niching down? Okay, if you can't get any clients, what is niching down gonna do? There's a pool of creators for you to land. And you think your idea of landing clients and, the way to help that, the way to land somebody from this big pool of creators is, sort of niche it down, say, no, I'm only going to take a few of you. That's not how it works. Beggars can't be choosers. You can't just raise your standards just because somebody online told you to. And honestly, niching down is more of a preference than it is a way to make money. You see, niching down is mostly just for the sake of, enjoying certain content or feeling like you perform best when you're editing certain content or, interests. Because all niches have money in them, okay? It's not about which niche has more money. That is a very stupid thing to think. No, sorry. All niches have money. There's plenty. There's genuinely more creators out there than we can even fathom. So don't think that, certain niches have money and certain don't. Don't think that the finance niche has money because it's about finance. Okay? Just because they talk about money doesn't mean that they're going to pay you very well. Clients pay you very well because you're good at the job. Okay? So your niche is really down to you. So when it comes to the idea of providing value, well, let's think about what that actually means, because I can't seem to find a single person that can actually explain what that means. Providing value to somebody means that you are easing their pain. Okay? If somebody's looking for an editor, it means that they just want somebody to take it off their hands, right? Or because they feel like their editing needs improving. Maybe the creator's gotten to the point where they can't edit the video themselves, they don't have the time to improve, or their current editor is bad, they need a new one. Okay? So then you're going to be solving one of these issues, whether it's a matter of quality or time, you're going to be solving these issues. That's what providing value is. So if a client doesn't think you're good enough, don't edit them a free video. Okay? It's not about, oh, I don't have the money. They have the money. If you want to land clients, hell, if you want to land paying clients, good paying clients, then that means that they have the money to pay you. Meaning free isn't a problem here. The problem isn't that I need you to do free work for me to prove it. Okay, all your proof is in your skill, in your portfolio, in your work. Okay, so if a client says, okay, do a free trial because I don't believe you, well, do you think that's a sign of a high paying client? Do you think somebody's missed the money bags if they're asking you to edit for free? So providing value is out of the question. No, so providing value is basically out of the question, because if you are struggling to land clients, you only start providing the value once you've landed the clients. Okay, providing value is for people who've gotten from A to B. Okay, you are having trouble going from A to B. Okay, so don't start doing steps way ahead. You need to focus on actually landing the clients first. Client isn't hiring you. If a client looks at you, looks at your work, or DMs you, and you start talking and they eventually think you're not good enough, then well, that's just it. You're not good enough. It is not within their belief system that you can do the job. They do not believe that you are the person for it. They do not believe that you are good enough. Now, I know you probably don't want to hear that, some random guy on the internet telling you that you're not good enough. It's kind of fucked up. But what I can tell you is that this is the truth. If clients do not want to hire you or work with you, it's because they don't believe you can do the job. So editing a video for free isn't going to do anything, right? That's like giving money to a millionaire. Why should they care for your money? No, you have it. I want you to do something else for me. My pain isn't money. Okay? If a client, a big rich client, needs editing done, they will pay big bucks for it. You want to land high paying clients? Don't provide value. Don't do this, edit for free. I'll edit you a sample. I'll improve your videos. And that's another thing. Let's get into this now. Now, people want to provide value, and that will start to lead into, oh, I can do the job. I'm good enough for it. And here's how. And then they'll explain that they're an editing expert. They're a B2B retention expert. They know how to land leads and generate and, all these buzzwords start flying through their head, but you can say whatever. And if you want to land high paying clients, if you want to land high ticket clients, then they can smell the bullshit from you a mile away, right? They can smell the bullshit a mile away, believe me. Okay, so I understand that I'm not good enough, and it's because, clients don't believe that I'm good enough. Okay, well, I understand I'm not good enough. Clients don't believe I'm good enough. How can I make them believe that? Well, I'm going to explain to you something called a chain of beliefs. Now, a chain of beliefs is essentially how we measure someone's beliefs. So, for example, if you are completely new to my channel, you probably have a very, very long chain of beliefs. And this chain will be like, I believe that this random person, right? My name is Danny. But let's say this Danny person, he cannot help. You have a long chain of beliefs, okay? You need to start climbing. You need to start traveling. You need to start shortening that chain of beliefs to eventually believe that I can help you. Now, let's say you're somebody that's been watching my videos for a while. You've been watching me for, a few months now. You probably have a shorter chain of beliefs, okay? You have less belief breaking in order to get there. So when it comes to clients, they probably have a very long chain of beliefs when it comes to hiring you, when it comes to believing that you're the person that can do the job, especially when there's competition, right? Now, I understand that competition is a very, very big topic, and that's something that I want to get into later. But if they have a long chain of beliefs, it means that it's going to take them a longer period of time to get to here, to the point where they believe, oh yes, this is the person, he can get me to here. Even when clients hire you, it could still be a relatively short chain, but they're not quite there yet, right? Which is why we have trials. We have paid trials or free trials or whatever. But the point is, somebody's going to review your work. They're going to review your page, your portfolio. They're going to review your work and think, he's nothing special. There's nothing he can provide me that others can't. Now, let's say this is the case, okay? Somebody's reviewing your work. A client is reviewing your work and they're saying he's not good enough, okay? So they move on to the next editor and the next editor and next one and the next one, and they keep reviewing different editors until they find somebody. Okay, well then, now let's break down this process, because we need to genuinely think about what is the client thinking here, right? Not like, we're not questioning them, but what are they thinking? What is going through their mind once they are looking at our work, and, why isn't that enough to get them over the bridge and say, yeah, he's the guy? What is actually going through their minds when they're looking at our work, and, why are they not traveling that chain of beliefs? Why are they not shortening it? Well, there's some answers that you particularly may not like. For example, experience, right? Experience is one thing, and I'm not going to really go into that because I'm not going to sit here and tell you just need to keep doing it until you land a client, right? Well, I'm going to tell you a few things, starting off with your visuals. VFX, motion graphics, and animations, they're so important when it comes to your editing. And a lot of people don't sort of realize this. When I'm looking at editors, when I'm hearing their conversations and the common topics nowadays, people will throw around words like storytelling or sound design or I heard like smooth animations the other day. What kind of animations you have, what kind of style you're trying to adapt doesn't matter. Your storytelling matters, but when it comes to landing clients, they couldn't give two shits, okay? You see, when they're reviewing your work and other people's work, they don't have the time to review your storytelling. They don't have the time to watch your entire videos, every single video in your portfolio the whole way through. So what they're going to do is they're going to go through a tiny bit of it, and they're going to do that by looking at the visuals, the VFX, because the animations, though a lot of people will deem, sort of unpopular and, things that you shouldn't be really focusing on, but I disagree. I think animation and motion graphics are very, very important. I'm here to talk about the fact that VFX and motion graphics land you clients because it is the shortest way, it is the easiest way, and it's the fastest way for clients to judge you. When they're looking at your page, when they're looking at your work on your portfolio and your Twitter or Instagram or whatever you have, they're going to look at you and they're going to think, okay, is he good enough? Is he not? Or hell, is he good or not? Okay, sometimes it takes just a frame for them to judge you, and, they can look at that frame and say, next, or they can continue watching. You see, the intros especially, when there's a lot of motion graphics there, it's telling them, wow, this guy knows what he's doing. And that's enough for them to think, put him on the short list, or let's trial him, or let's just hire him. I focused on motion graphics my entire career, like animations, visuals, whatever you want to call it. I've been focusing on them my entire career, and it's let a lot of clients down because, in fact, I actually prioritize them over everything else. But the one thing that it has done for me is land clients. I would post every 2 or 3 months on Twitter. That's the only time people would see me, and yet I would still get daily inbounds because of it. You don't need to post daily, okay? Because it's not about how many times you post, it's about the quality. Let's say I'm a random client and I'm looking at your Twitter. I don't need to see that you're posting every day. I need to see how good you are. Because that quality, I want to imagine that it's being applied in my videos. So if I'm looking at you posting daily, but the videos are just bad, like generally, objectively, just bad quality animations and bad videos, I can't imagine that. Hell, I don't want to imagine that being applied to my videos. I want to see somebody better than you. I want to see somebody's work who's better. Like if an editor doesn't post in 2 months, but it's their most recent tweet, it's their best work, a client is going to look at that and think, wow, I want this kind of stuff. I want this applied to my work, right? I want this applied to my videos, okay? You posting daily and you rushing your animations and you rushing your work isn't going to do anything. Focus on improving. Focus on actually getting those animations up. Focusing on actually things that will, like factors of your work, factors of your workflow that'll actually get you clients. Actually focusing on editing and then storytelling and everything, and every aspect of editing will get you good results. Okay, they will make good videos, and long term, it's very, very beneficial. But if we're talking short term, as in, I can't land a client, I can't land a good client, I can't land a paying or high paying, I can't land clients, then it's because of something in the short term, right? There is something stopping you, and that is the fact that they don't believe you're good enough. The fastest way you can make somebody believe that they're good enough is their animations. Now, I was coaching this editor, this client, and he came up to me and he was telling me that he was a bit frustrated because his friends were doing so well, and he is very happy for his friends, but he wasn't getting that sort of same success. And I told him, well, let's go through a few things, and first of all, let's focus on those visuals because I see some potential with you, but I don't think you've been looking in the right direction. Fast forward a month later, he comes to me and he's telling me that he's made an extra $3,000 a month. He went from $1,000 to $4,000 a month. By far the most impressive turnaround I've ever seen, and that's because he realized clients aren't going to hire him for his storytelling, okay? Because although it's a good thing, and it's definitely something you should be focusing on when editing, when it comes to the landing client parts of things, when it comes to actually, talking to clients, landing them, showing them your work, they're going to look at the visuals. The visuals are the easiest thing to focus on, okay? So therefore, they're going to focus on that. And by turning around his visuals and his VFX, he's made an extra $3,000 because of it. Now, if that's not proof to you that visuals are very important for you to land clients, then I don't know what is. You can niche down, okay? If there's a pool of creators out there who are saying no to you, you can niche down and, tell me how that goes, okay? And once that doesn't work, you can come back and say, okay, I'm going to try out the visuals. Okay, you can try edit free videos for clients who are rich, but they don't care for free, they care for good. Remember that. Hell, quote me on that. They don't care for free, they care for good. Clients think that you just can't do it. So stop focusing on gimmicky stuff like niching down or providing value, or stop focusing on the business side of things because that's probably not your constraint. Focus on the actual editing. Focus on actually improving the editing. Because the reason clients aren't hiring you is because they don't believe you can actually do the work. They don't believe you can do very well. Therefore, they write you off. So focus on the editing. Okay? And if you want to continue progressing, if you want to continue learning and improving, then there's going to be a very shameless plug, but I have a free community full of editors who are striving to learn and progress every single day. So you can go to them for help, or you can come to me for help because I have weekly coaching over there. And we can cover whatever topic you want, whether it's landing clients or actually improving your visuals, right? So be sure to join that below. And have a good day.